When a cow's hoof rots from the inside out, it's a very bad thing, and unfortunately for this little lady, that's exactly what's happening in this video.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
I'd be lying if I told you I knew what had happened to this cow's foot. This farm is particularly good at looking after the hoof health of the animals in their care. You can see that from the feet right in front of your eyes right now. As I grind away at this outer claw of her back left foot, I don't really have to remove all that much material, but if you look up towards her heel, you can see the telltale signs of a flap of loose hoof horn. And that means that we have discovered the source of her pain, because make no mistakes, despite you not seeing her walk into the crush, this cow is very much in need of our help. I know I'm going to need a block, so one of the first things I do is get it into position, which also gives Craig a chance to make a mess of the crush.
That was Craig.
Ignoring that for a second though, let's get on to the meat of the trim. Removing that large piece of hoof horn has now shown that she has some sort of ulcer up towards her heel.
Can I clean nozzle please, Craig?
The periople horn around the heel bulb has basically burst open. This is a sort of ulcer, and I'd be lying if I told you I knew how it had happened. I don't. But what I do know is, we're going to need to remove a huge amount of this solar hoof horn, and under that, you're going to see a mess. A real mess. This cow's hoof is literally rotting from the inside out. At this stage in the trim though, I don't know that, so I need to be as careful and cautious as I possibly can be. One false move, and I could cut too deeply and make even more of a mess than is already the case. I said that I'm not really sure how this ulcer has come to be, but I can make an educated guess. Her entire outer claw is hemorrhaging. In other words, it's bruising because there is too much weight going through that sole. But at the beginning of this trim, we all saw that the cow's feet had been well looked after, meaning that really, there shouldn't have been any bruising at all. The only thing is, cows all have different gaits. In other words, they all walk in different ways, and because they have such large udders, sometimes they can kind of waddle, which means they put too much weight to the outer claw, which can, and sometimes does, lead to this sort of bruising, and unfortunately for this cow, I think that has been the case. We're getting down to the nuts and bolts of the trim here, and we're beginning to uncover the true extent of this problem. Some of the hoof horn has deteriorated so much that I'm able to just pluck it away with my fingers. Other parts are so soft I need to use a sawing motion with my knife in order to remove them. The extent of the problem is pretty obvious for us all to see now, and some of you may be wondering why I don't just slice away the hoof horn in one foul swoop. Why am I causing this trim to take longer? Maybe it's for the camera. But maybe, just maybe, I know that if I remove too much in one go, it can lead to mistakes and errors that I've made in the past, and I'm very keen to avoid repeating. Cow's feet are not all the same. Despite knowing that this is delaminated and that she has a full double sole, I know that parts of it may still be attached, which is why I need to take as small a slither as I possibly can, and just persevere. I don't want the cow to be in the crush for any longer than she absolutely needs to, but the last thing I want to do is make a mistake. We're getting to the culmination of this trim now, and we can see small pieces of congealed pus still stuck within the corium itself. I can't really remove these because they are still fully attached, so I clean the entire hoof as well as I can, and spray the entire thing with this copper and zinc oxide before wrapping it with salicylic acid. The very thing a lot of your face creams are made of at home. This will help to completely dehydrate the entire area and promote the healing process, so that hopefully this cow can walk pain-free once again. Remember I told you I designed these, the code brown zipper hoodie type thing that I wasn't sure if you liked? Well, turns out a lot of you are just as strange as me and you love them. So loads and loads and loads of people have pre-ordered this hoodie. If you haven't, then your chance is right now. I'm going to switch them off on the 2nd of April. No, the 2nd of May. So you've got 3 days as of seeing this video right now if you're watching it on the first day. If it's after the 2nd of May, do not go and order it because it will not be there for you to order. But if you do order the code brown zipper plus anything else or just anything else, so a cup or a mug or a hat or a shirt or a hoodie or anything you want, doesn't matter the price, you will get your name on the wrap for the new pickup. That ends also on the 2nd of May. So if you haven't bought your code brown zipper right now, which is a pre-order and you'll get it in about 6 or 7 weeks, or ordered anything off the website before the 2nd of May, then you will not get your name on the new wrap for the pickup, if that's the kind of thing you like. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hope you made it this far.